minutes in, but I hope a Black girl hears this podcast. I'm Nia, and we're going to have a conversation about jealousy, which is the interesting topic. I find it interesting, annoying and annoying at the same time. And what makes me want to talk about this is because I recently was watching like about 15 minutes. I'm gonna finish it because I really love this YouTuber. There's a Black woman and she talks about everything, housewives and, you know, womanhood, and she loves luxury. So it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna talk about luxury and stuff that involves me and content creators and issues. But basically I like her content. I agree with some things she says and I don't agree with other things she says, but I can still coexist with her channel. You know, I'm okay with it. And basically, sorry, somebody was trying to call me. I'm driving. Can't be doing that. Basically, I got a lot of hate for my commentary on luxury influencers being stuck in Dubai and how tone deaf it is that they got their camera out and they're complaining. And basically, it was like very fascinating to me to see how people were so quick. And once again, people are not going to like you. You got to understand that. I hope Black girl hears this. People were so quick to be like, you're jealous. You're jealous of them. That's why you're talking about this in a negative way and you have no empathy. You're jealous of them. I'm not jealous at all. Jealousy is not a thing for me. It's not a thing that I find positive or healthy. And it's a thing that I will say we all can have, but if you don't know how to manage it, something's wrong with you. And maybe that's because of how you were raised and what has happened to you in your life and the way you went about it. Nobody's perfect, but jealousy is probably one of the most evil things out there. It's evil. It makes people do such evil, heinous stuff. And that's not what I am. Talking about the tone deafness of luxury influencers while wars are breaking out where they're at is not jealousy. That is just downright me being the activist human rights person I am, and just saying how this is a very crazy interesting, like I said, it's an interesting topic. It's crazy and fascinating to see how you have people who, I put luxury in quotes because I feel like there are certain people who are just fake as hell, and we'll talk about that. But I'm just saying there's certain people who want to say they're luxurious when they're really not, and they're struggling, and then they do terrible things, such as, we'll just say alleged, Wendy Osefo and Eddie. It makes you do some things, and we'll talk about that with jealousy. And Eddie Osefo from the Real Housewives of Potomac, beautiful Black couple. I really do love them and think of them as Bonnie and Clyde at this point, but it is kind of sad what's happening over money, which other people have done with a different skin tone, have done the same fraud that they've done and have not gotten any repercussions. So it is what it is. It's unfortunate, and they didn't hurt nobody at all. They didn't hurt anyone. It's just unfortunate that they wanted money to do things such as luxury, in my opinion, that they did this. So whatever, we'll see what happens with that case. But anyways, that's what I'm saying. Everything interconnects. Basically, you know, I was inspired because of not only me watching a little bit of this content creator that I like, her video about jealousy, it was also seeing how people were saying that I was jealous because I don't support or have empathy or kiss ass to luxury, I put in quotes, luxury influencers that don't give a damn about me on a hot Sunday afternoon. It's really insane. I feel like, let's start with the fact that people are using the word of jealousy so wrong. So wrong. People are using that word so wrong just to justify their bullshit. So we're going to talk about both of those things. Let's talk about me and the fact that, you know, I did get attacked online. I'm always getting attacked, but I just keep going. Attacked online by people who love these luxury influencers because they sit at home and, you know, scratch their butt, don't do nothing. And basically they want to watch people do things that they think they could never do or want to put in the work to do. Yeah, those people that watch their content got upset with me because I said it is very, very terrible and disgusting that you have influencers in Dubai, in Qatar, in the Middle East, complaining about how they're stuck, but at the same time giving you updates as if they're news reporters. Beyond disgusting. Human rights violation, 100%. They don't care about what's happening. They care about the views. And I know it hurts. I know it hurts people to realize that somebody they like doesn't care about them or is fake and an actor. Like, here's the thing. People get such a, what's that word? When you, a parasocial relationship with people online. They get such a, you need to really start looking at everyone online, including celebrities in quotations, as if they're normal fucking people, because they ain't doing nothing different than anybody else. They're not. They're still human beings. They're regular people. Now, what I'm saying is the fact that people stick up for influencers that have a bunch of followers and have a bunch of views and all that because they feel like that gives them a credit to be who they are online and to believe that they are who they are. And that's fine if you want to believe that, but just because someone is not doing what you're doing does not mean they're jealous. I have an unpopular opinion, and I don't fit in with most groups that have the most insecure, nasty, vain, and vile people. I don't fit in there, and that's fine. I've accepted that shit. That's a majority of America. I've accepted it, all right? It is so hard to come across amazingly kind, sweet, beautiful souls like me. Hello, what's up? It is hard. You can't knock that. It's like it's so hard, and I get that. But just because you see someone is having, you know, an opinion that you don't agree with does not mean that they're jealous. And I think that people need to stop jumping to that conclusion. And then there's other people who want to be like, oh, well, you know, you just think that everyone's a fraud and a scammer, and that's why you're always saying bad stuff about luxury content creators. Mind you, I've never really talked about luxury content creators. This is just a weird event that happened on TikTok, and I was like, what in the fuck is going on with you people? Y'all are weird as shit. But basically, it's the fact of the matter that, you know, people agreed with me that it was insensitive, and you had other people who, it was a low majority, a low tiny, you know, percentage, but because they did not want to believe that somebody that they look up to has done something wrong, they start to attack you for calling out what they're doing is wrong. That's not okay. That's not what is categorized as jealous. Somebody not agreeing with you, that doesn't make them jealous. So that's all I want to say about that. Now, personally, when it comes to jealousy, you know what? I'm going to raise a hand and say, yeah, we all can be jealous. It's a human nature thing. I get it, whatever. But it's about how you manage it. And not necessarily, some people need to be taught how to handle it. And then there's other people like me that didn't need to be taught. I just knew how to handle it because I fucking loved and I have an appreciation for life. But my point is with jealousy, for me, I feel like I'm a rare case. I've never had a moment of being jealous to retaliate on other people. My biggest thing in life right now is conquering retaliation. Retaliation is a terrible, evil thing that human beings do, and I had to cope with it for about 5 years, from being myself and beautiful and black and not letting people tell me what the fuck to do. You know, living within the rules and being able to break them at the same time, because I know what the fuck the rules are. When it comes to work, when it comes to anything, I know what the rules are, but I also know what doesn't make sense. And I also know how to go around what you just said, because what you said didn't make sense. Okay, I clock shit. And I do it gracefully. So people get upset. People get really upset, and they want to lie on you. They want to start, you know, showing things to people that they know are not going to agree. Like, I don't know, you like eating tomatoes on a Sunday. You a part of a job that don't like eating tomatoes on a Sunday. They show you eating tomatoes on a Sunday to the coworkers so you can get fired or some stupid shit. You know what I mean? Jealousy. Like, somebody who's jealous of me or someone, you know, let's put it out there, they would do that. Retaliation, doing stuff like that is unacceptable. I know I use such a crazy scenario, but, you know, things happen to people. People lose their jobs over jealous ass people, jealous coworkers are more dangerous than jealous friends. Ooh, I might make that a video. If I get to it with my ADHD brain, I'm not sure. But jealous coworkers are worse than jealous friends. Because jealous coworkers could put defamation all over your character. They could ruin everything for you because they're going to sit up there and act like they're your friendly coworker. Meanwhile, they plotting to get you out of your job. Woo, child. Those are telling you, even at your current job, you think that somebody's not like that? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Please be careful. But with that being said, I feel like when it comes to people being jealous enough to retaliate, such as, get physical with people, poison their stuff, or like, jealousy is nasty. And I've never worked that way. If I see somebody, has something that I've always wanted. Okay, so let's say this. I want a Prius. I'm gonna talk about why that goes into my character and why jealousy doesn't really take over my body. It can, but it doesn't. But basically, I want a Prius. I'm a nature girly. I'm a budget girly. I love a good deal, but I also love to be cute. I don't care for, spending a lot of money on something. I care about if I like it, and that could be why I've never had the issue of being jealous of others. I live a different lifestyle, and that person lives a lifestyle for them. But for me, whether you are budget friendly or you're luxury, if you are a shitty person, if you are a terrible person, I am allowed to not like your ass. If you are a terrible person, once again, you and me are allowed to not like their ass. Okay? That's an issue when it comes to jealousy, when I met people use it wrong. You can't say somebody's jealous just because they don't like someone's morale, and just because that person doesn't have as much wealth as the person that they don't like for their morale. They don't like their values. They don't like what they stand for. That's okay. That doesn't mean they're jealous. So that's one issue I have, I will say, with certain people that throw out the jealous term in the wrong way. It doesn't make sense. For me, I want a Prius, back to my story. And with that being said, a lot of people look at that like, girl, what? Ew, like a Prius and what? Most people want a Benz, they want a Tesla, they want a Maserati, they want an Alfa Romeo, like they want all this stuff. Me, this is just it's what I want. I don't care about the pressures of society telling me that I should want this because it's nice. And it's nice because people are telling you that it's nice. It's not worth anything. Nothing's really worth anything when you look at it. And I think that's why I don't get jealous of people's lifestyles and stuff. And I can see when it is fake and call it out. A lot of people don't want to see when someone's lifestyle is fake and call it out because they feel like they're going to be called jealous, which is stupid. Because it's like, yeah, you have some people who are wealthy, and then you have some people who are wealthy and fake as fuck. And you're allowed to talk about it. It's okay. But some people feel like, oh, no, you just don't want no one to be wealthy and this. I'm sorry, but a lot of people who are wealthy are not the kindest person. There's a few out there, small group, small people, small percentage, that are the kindest souls in the world. But I'm going to tell you right now, they're not showboating like the ones that you see that are showboating all their shit online. Those people are not happy. Because if they were happy, they don't need to show it. And I believe in that. That's just my thing. I believe in being happy for other people when that person is a good person, and that's simply it. That's why I think the whole jealousy narrative for me does not work, because I am genuinely happy for other individuals as long as they are a good individual. Now, when it comes to people, that is something that can't compute in their brain, because they feel that, you don't have as much money as them, so therefore you have to be jealous. And it's like, you don't even know what I have. I didn't even say it. I just don't show you it. I personally admire people who don't need to show you shit, but do. I love that. They don't even need to show you. Literally, we going on a date, and we on a yacht, and we somewhere in I don't know, Maldives, we going on a yacht, we hanging out, we eating, we having a good time. I'm reading my favorite book, you massaging my feet. Like, just think about a date like that, which I love and will happen, period. A man or woman or person that does not need to post that, that literally, like, my heart opens up and I'm in love with that. Like, that's just me. I know I'm different, but that's me. The fact that you don't need to show anybody, like, it's not that I'm a secret. It's not that they're a secret. It's the fact that this is normal for us. And this is a special moment for us, not for other people to see. And that's what, maybe I should make a video too about that. Let's go back to the moments where this was a special moment for me and my partner, and it's not a special moment for you. As in, if I wasn't going to post this, would I do it? And I try to ask people that. You know, there's so many things. Literally, my whole trip from Japan was deleted because I was being foolish and cleared out my phone. But I was upset about it. And then I calmed down. So I was like, I got a few videos. I got a few pictures. It's all right. But then I realized the moments were so beautiful. I don't even care. Who cares? Who cares that no one can see what I did? Who cares? As a content creator, oh yeah, it's frustrating. But like, as a human being, we need to let it go. Who cares? Who cares if people can't see what I'm doing? And that was kind of my point when it came to talking about the luxury influencers, in quotations, that were talking about this in such foolish ways, but also not caring about the people that aren't even in a hotel in a white robe. And then it was crazy too, because then online it started trending. People were in white robes because of what I said. And I'm just like, how insensitive. Like, it's not a joke. My video wasn't supposed to be a joke. Like, I don't care if people want to say that I'm jealous. I stand on what I stand on. And, you know, getting rid of a race of people in Iran is disgusting. And Palestine is disgusting. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay. So that was my point. And I know that about that country and what they support. So it's always been, like, literally, I would love to study the history of the Middle East. I put in quotes again, because it's technically like Eurasia, but it's like, it's a complicated situation, but we need to be able to be adults and put the camera down. So for me personally, when it came to somebody talking about I'm jealous, I put the middle finger up to them, because you're just mad because I don't give a fuck about what you're doing. I don't have empathy either. You're mad because I'm making smarter decisions for myself that don't benefit you. And that is what happens with content creators that want to show you luxury. The only people who came after me were people who kiss ass to luxury content creators and the luxury content creators themselves. They came after me, and it could have been their like hairstylist. It could have been somebody who is like in their circle. You know, they came after me, and the first thing they want to say is you're jealous, to make you feel bad about yourself for not doing what they're doing. And that is an easy capitalistic, like, that's something that Trump does on a daily. And honestly, the easiest thing to manipulate groups of people, because people are vulnerable. People feel small, you know? People think that they're small. So I hope a black girl hears this. Don't let someone tell you that you are jealous just because you don't give a fuck. That it's like the easiest thing to say. It's like when you in an argument with someone and you start mocking them, and somebody says, oh, I think that you're not thinking this through. And then the person you're arguing with says, I think you're not thinking this through. It's like a little like a childish thing people throw out. Throw out there, sorry. But back to what I was saying about my personal experience of my jealousy. I don't get jealous really, or I just handle it well. I handle it well. But basically, I feel like, you know, it's a situation where too many people are trying to say that they're jealous when people are not. Then when it comes to me personally, y'all know I don't get jealous because I love living life the way I want to live it. I don't look at other people living their life and want to live it the way they're living it. But I do get sad when people are nasty and mean to me because I don't want to live the life that they're living. That's when I get sad. But I'm going to tell you guys a cute little quote. Not quote, but a little thing that I be thinking of is that literally you could make an egg salad sandwich and be happy as a motherfucker. Right? It could be your best day ever, and you show people that. You show people how fucking happy you are. Not even, you don't show them what you made, but you just happy-go-lucky. And people are going to get so upset at you just because you're happy with nothing. And I'm going to leave it right there. So do what the fuck you want to do, whether it's luxury or not. People are going to get mad at you for being happy with having what they don't have. And that's an issue for them. But anyways, I gotta get on this phone call for some reason, so I'm sorry, y'all. But bye. I'm gonna try to make a video later.